In this video, you'll learn 10 tips for creating the best dining experience on the Norwegian Encore as well as on land during your excursions. If you find any of these tips helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for doing that. It's really appreciated and it helps this channel grow. Let's get started. Tip number 1, specialty dining is worth it. Specialty dining restaurants are those that are not included in the price of your cruise and have an extra cost. In my opinion, specialty dining is worth it because it adds more value to your cruise experience than the cost. With specialty dining, you have the opportunity to experience different spaces on the ship and enjoy the restaurant's different color schemes, ambiance, and menu choices. Go for it and enjoy. Tip number 2, make specialty dining reservations 90 days ahead. While the Norwegian Encore website states that reservations are not required for specialty dining, it also states that reservations on board are subject to availability, which means it can be possible to miss out on eating at the specialty dining restaurants you want to, or at least miss out on your preferred dining times. To ensure you can reserve your preferred specialty restaurants and dining times, make your reservations as early as you can on the first day they are available, which is 90 days before your cruise. As the ship holds a total of over 4,000 passengers, know that you'll be competing for the best dining times with thousands of others. You want to be among the very first to secure your dining reservations for the best cruise experience. Tip number 3, understand the specialty dining package. To decide if you should purchase the specialty dining package for the Norwegian Encore, it's important to first understand what it is and what it's not. The specialty dining package is an offering from the Norwegian Cruise Line that allows you to buy a certain number of specialty dining meals for a certain price before your cruise. Note that the specialty dining package is not a pass that is required to be purchased in order to dine at specialty dining restaurants. In fact, you can make dining reservations and eat at specialty dining restaurants without having to purchase the specialty dining package. If you don't purchase a package, you will pay for your specialty dining meals with your stateroom key card, which is linked to the credit card you will have on file with the cruise line. You can also purchase snacks at the specialty dining dessert shops, such as Cocos, with your key card. The specialty dining dessert shops are not a part of the specialty dining package, but they are considered specialty dining and therefore have an extra cost. The specialty dining package may or may not save you money, so it's important to do some research before you buy one. Know that many specialty dining restaurants allow you to order menu items a la carte. If you order just one entree at $15, for example, you won't need to use the specialty dining package for that meal. Note that the specialty dining package at a la carte restaurants allows you to order one appetizer, one soup or salad, one main course, and one dessert. Whether the specialty dining package is right for you depends on which restaurants you choose, if you're eating at dinner or lunch, how much food you order, and the cost of each item. To help you research the menu items and costs at many of the specialty dining restaurants, I've included links to sample menus with prices in the description below. Tip number 4, plan your specialty dining schedule. Whether or not you opt for the specialty dining package, you'll need to decide which specialty dining restaurants you'll want to visit and make your reservations for any restaurants that require them. To do this, create your own itinerary spreadsheet for your cruise and block off any times you will be off the ship on excursions. Tip number 5, eat at the buffet prior to your excursions. Of course, you can get food at the buffet right away with no wait, making it the ideal choice to eat before your excursions. The buffet is your best option for breakfast if you want to fill up and power up for your off-the-ship outings on excursion days. The buffet offers a massive assortment of pretty much any hot or cold breakfast food you can think of, including pancakes, French toast, omelets, oatmeal, fruit, cereal, and so much more. Tip number 6, eat at specialty dining on sea days. The best days to reserve your specialty dining dinners are on sea days when time is not an issue. You wouldn't want to find yourself coming back later than you expected from an excursion and miss your dinner reservation. You can avoid this potential issue entirely by reserving your specialty dining dinner on a sea day. Tip number 7, read the daily schedule for complimentary dining hours. While you will make your reservations for the specialty dining venues that require them long before your trip, note that you will be provided a daily schedule by the cruise line near your stateroom door each evening that lists the available hours for each complimentary dining venue. You'll want to know the hours for complimentary dining each day so that you can plan your daily schedule. Keep in mind that the buffet is only open certain hours, not 24/7. Note that the local, a complimentary diner, is the only eatery open 24/7. Tip number 8, know when to check in for dining. As a first-time cruiser, at first I didn't know that I had to check in with my stateroom keycard for some of the complimentary dining. Once you check in at the restaurants, the host will indicate where you can sit. Of course, there is no check-in required at the buffet or the observation lounge, which has food for the taking and open seating. Tip number 9, order all of your food at once. For all of the specialty dining and complimentary dining venues that have a check-in process, know that the staff wants you to order all of your food at the same time, including your appetizer, entree, and dessert. Tip number 10, plan your off-ship dining time. If you create your own itinerary spreadsheet for your cruise, it's also helpful to add where you will eat on land for the best cruise experience. First, look at the length of time for your excursions and see if they go through a meal hour or two. Determine if you will have any free time to eat during your excursions. You might be surprised that you have no opportunity to eat and you will be best served by eating before or after your excursion. I recommend bringing along power bars or other prepackaged snacks, as well as a refillable water bottle on your excursions. This is permitted, although there is a general announcement to take no food or drink with you off the ship. As long as the food is packaged and your own, you're okay. You can also fill up your bottle with water from your stateroom bathroom faucet and take it with you off the ship. According to my research online, the water aboard the Encore from your stateroom bathroom faucet is safe and perfectly fine to drink, as it's the same water that is dispensed from the water dispensers in the buffet and observation lounge. But you can do your own research as well to confirm the water safety and your own comfort level in using the tap water in your stateroom. Another option for taking water along with you on your excursions is to purchase packs of purified water from the cruise line before your cruise. You can make this purchase on the Norwegian website or app, and the cases of water will be in your stateroom when you arrive. Know that you are not allowed to refill your water bottle in the buffet or observation lounge at the water dispensers because they are not designed for that and it is not hygienic. For an Alaska cruise, as far as dining off the ship, know that the port cities are very small, limiting your dining options. Plus, in each port city, a few cruise ships will likely be in port at the same time, so you will be competing to get a reservation or table at your desired eating place with perhaps hundreds or even thousands of other tourists. Expect that the lines at the restaurants will be very long. Therefore, it pays to research when and where you will eat at your port city and make a reservation ahead if you can. If time permits with your excursions, go to your chosen restaurant before doing any other sightseeing to make sure you have time to eat if that's an important consideration. The only port city I had time to eat on land was in Skagway. However, the lines for the restaurants were very long. We actually had 2 excursions scheduled for that day, the train ride and the bus ride, and though we had at least a couple of hours in between the excursions, and our excursions departed from the very same location within walking distance nearby, our time to eat was limited, and we used a short amount of time to walk around the small city and look at our dining options. This ended up wasting some of our precious time, as we did want to have a salmon lunch that day, but we didn't have enough time to wait for a table at any of the restaurants serving salmon for lunch. In the end, we got pizza, which took less time, and purchased popcorn and a chocolate bar for snacks. The snacks turned out to be on the expensive side. The pizza tasted fine, but as we preferred salmon, this was the only meal that did not go smoothly on the entirety of our cruise, and it was due to a lack of planning. In Skagway, there is a shuttle running from the ship, which is docked nearby, to the place where you wait for all excursions, and the entire process getting there and back takes about 10 to 20 minutes. If we had planned ahead, it may have been possible to return to the ship quickly, eat a small meal at the buffet, between our two excursions. Or there is a restaurant called Skagway Fish Company that is located on the Skagway Pier, right near the meeting place for excursions, and it serves salmon. We were told by a local that the restaurant is good. Or we could have prioritized lunch and have chosen to do only one excursion that day rather than two. If I had to do it over again, I would have proceeded immediately to Skagway Fish Company and seen if we had enough time to eat there between our two excursions. If you visit there, comment down below and let me know how you like it. As we were running behind and didn't want to risk being late for our second excursion, we opted for the faster choice of pizza for lunch. The last thing you want to do on your cruise is to have the remotest possibility of being late for an excursion, or far be it, returning to your ship late. So we chose the safe but less ideal dining option for us. You can see how planning ahead does make a difference, and with some careful research before your cruise, you can line up the very best excursions and dining experiences for you. For more videos in this Norwegian Encore Cruise to Alaska series, including an honest and detailed food review, subscribe now. Please let me know if you find any of these tips helpful and which one is your favorite. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and thank you for doing that. Until next time, take care. Bye.